Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 10 things I am not buying in 2026 and why I think you should join me. On this channel, I love to talk about conscious consumerism, living with more intention, share about my low buy journey. In 2025, I did my first full year of a low buy, and I've reviewed my rules, edited them, and I'm doing it again in 2026 because I saw so much benefit. I love to share about all that on this channel, so if any of those topics seem interesting to you, I'd love for you to subscribe and stick around. Also, if you want to check out my low buy rules or things that I wish I knew before I started my low buy journey, if you are interested in conscious consumerism or starting your own low buy journey, be sure to check out those videos. I will link them for you down below. So what I found last year doing my first year of a low buy is that when I was tracking all of my spending, being way more intentional because I had a specific budget and how that budget worked in my life, what I realized is that I'm making a lot more conscious decisions rather than just mindlessly shopping, mindlessly scrolling, seeing an ad on Instagram, following the link. That unthoughtful pull of whatever the algorithm or marketing is pulling you to. When you have guardrails around how you're spending your money, like you do in a low buy, you really realize you're making a lot of decisions. In that laundry list of decision making, I found it so helpful to just have a list of things that I'm not buying. A clean cut, easy no. So when I'm traveling and I'm going into cute little shops, or when I find myself wanting to scroll online and look at what my favorite online stores have in stock for the new season or whatever it is, I have my clear, like, I'm not buying, I can buy. And it just is, it's helping me build this muscle of how to be a conscious consumer. So I really think if you are trying to spend more thoughtfully, shop with more intention, pull back some of your time and not just get pulled at the whim and the fancy of the algorithm and marketing campaigns, I think that you would also find it really helpful to have a list of things that you're just not going to buy this year. And you no longer have to play like the justification game. If you have found yourself mindlessly shopping or find yourself to be a little shopaholic, you definitely know that justification game, like looking to self-soothe these unwanted emotions. And I have videos around how else to help you stop mindless shopping. But having this no list where you know you're not going to play that justification game, you know you don't even need to make a decision about it because you're just not buying it, it's super helpful. So I think you should make yourself a list, and hopefully my list of 10 inspires you and gives you some ideas of what you can add to your own list. So let's get into it. My very first one is I am not buying any backups this year. And backups specifically around skincare, hair care, and makeup. And I guess body care in there as well. So I love green, clean beauty. I've been buying those products for over a decade. I love them. I have empties videos here on this channel if you love products as well. And so for me, I am on a, Project Pan, one in, one out style of rule. I also am using through backups that I have from past years of overconsumption because I love to buy another face oil, another facial serum, another bottle of shampoo that, promises me thick, shiny, beautiful hair. You gotta like find the things that are really triggers for you. And so for me, I love buying these items. I love using them in my nightly skincare routine. And so I've just set a rule for myself that unless I have, no more vitamin C serums, I cannot buy a vitamin C serum. Unless I'm all out of facial moisturizers, I can't buy a facial moisturizer. And so it just really helps me when I see those ads come through for my favorite online shops like Credo and Beauty Heroes, things like that. I just know like, oh, no, I don't need anything. I got plenty of shampoo and facial cleanser, and I don't have to make that decision. So no backups is the first one. The second one for me is no books. The reason why I do that is I absolutely love reading. I share about it here on this channel. It is a huge habit of mine that has helped me stop mindless scrolling. So changing the habit from scrolling on my phone to reading a book at night has been so incredible for healing from burnout. Now that I read, upwards of 50 books a year, that's a lot. That's a lot of books. That's a lot of like clutter in my home. I like to keep a more minimal home, and it's a lot of money too. And so I have bought some books used if I find them at the thrift store and they sound interesting, like that's fine with me, but no new books. I am a huge library user. I am going to the library multiple times a month. I'm on my Libby app pretty much every single day. So I download books for free. I get free audiobooks, free ebooks, and then actual books from the physical library. So I have hacked all those systems. I have videos on how to do that on this channel. But for me, I can't open the window of being able to buy books because I know that I'll just like buy a ton because I absolutely love to read. Another no for me this year is no new home decor. I like to keep a minimal home. I feel like I like the way our home is decorated, unless I come across like a super cool, unique piece from a thrift store. That's the only exception. So if it is secondhand thrift store, vintage shop, I will allow myself to buy it with my low buy budget. But in general, like I'm not scrolling looking at home decor. Like that's just a hard no for me, not buying any new home decor. And that includes throw pillows, throw blankets, like all of that sort of world, like anything that you decorate your home with, including holiday decor. I am not buying new this year. And my next item on my list is no buying cheap jewelry. What I found last year is that with my smaller budget, and loving to buy jewelry, I found myself just buying cheaper pieces. And now I have more jewelry and I'm like, what do I do with all this now? I still like it all, but I don't want to spend my minimal low buy budget on cheap jewelry items. If I want a really nice new gold ring or sterling silver pair of earrings or something like that, I will just save for it. You know, my low buy budget, if I don't spend it in 1 month, it can roll over to the next month. That's one of my rules. I just want to be more thoughtful about the jewelry items that I'm buying. So this year, just no cheap jewelry, and that will help me, you know, grow a collection that is really like beautiful items that I want and that are high quality. It's going to really slow down the amount of items that are coming into my jewelry collection this year. The next item is I absolutely love all natural perfumes. It is something that I find so uplifting. They change your mood. I love them. And usually, like when I'm on a trip, there's some local artisan and they make these different seasonal blends that speak to, you know, the desert or the mountains or the ocean. And I love that stuff. It's like, I know it's an Achilles heel of mine. I have a very small collection. I have like 4 perfumes. It's very small, but I like them all and they all are over half full. I just need to use what I have and not buy them. Also, these all natural perfumes are typically more expensive. So it just like utilize my low buy budget in a more strategic way and just pulling off no all natural perfumes, which also means no buying other perfumes. When you're building your own list of things that you're not going to buy, like go after what is your trigger, not after like what everyone else tends to buy a bunch of. Next up on my list is candles, journals, planners, those types of things. So the caveat around candles is in that backup space, very much like skincare. So like I'm still use skincare and will buy skincare throughout the year, but I don't want to have this like backlog of skincare and just be buying it because I love it. Candles are very much in that same vein for me. I love a candle, an all natural soy wax candle scented with essential oils. I love it. I love them so much, but I am only allowing myself to have one backup at a time. If I'm gifted candles, because the people in my life know that I love these types of candles, then I have to burn through like the stack of like the gifted candles. So now, right now, after the holidays, I have a bit of a surplus of candles, which is lovely, which means I can't buy any candles until I don't have any more. Once I have no more candles, then I can buy one, but it's like one at a time, right? Like one in, one out. That's my rule to help keep this impulse, this item that I know I love to buy, in check. Along with that is journals and planners, notebooks. They're easy to buy because they're cheap. They're typically really cute. We all believe that a good planner or journal is going to like solve all our problems. We're going to get super organized and like everything's going to fall in place. At least that's how I feel. But it's like I have my journal that I do like, you know, my intention setting and moon journaling with, and I love that. I'm starting junk journaling this year to, again, take some time off of screens and use my hands. And so I'm doing junk journaling. I got that. And then I have my daily planner. Then I have a notebook for like YouTube sort of ideas and things. So those are them. If I use through one fully and I need to replace, that's fine. But putting a no buying on those things. Two more simple, easy ones is no buying plants. I absolutely love plants, but I got plenty of them. You know, I got them spread throughout the home. They take a lot of work and time, you know, tending to them, changing their soil, watering them. I love having plants, but for this coming year, I'm just not going to be buying any new ones. Also, I am not buying any new tarot decks, affirmation decks, oracle decks. I love these things, but I have them and I want to work with the decks that I currently have. So enticing, especially when like a really cool artist makes one and I want to like support that artist, and there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, just trying to put some boundaries on how I'm going to spend my low buy, I realize that like I have plenty to work with in my home and on my altar, and I actually don't get to spend time with all of them because I have quite a few. I think I have like 6 or something like that. So I have enough. I don't need to be buying anymore. Number 9 on the list is this year I want to look at points that I have on my credit card for when booking travel. I have had a travel credit card for years and have just been racking up points. Don't worry, they don't expire, but like never using them. In my mind, there's such a big leap to like figuring out how best to use it. I'm always seeing like people online talking about like, this is the best way to get the most out of your points. You got to like log into this system and transfer them here and use them like that. And I'm just like, too much. I don't want to do it. Like, and so I don't. And so I just keep using this travel credit card, racking up all these points, and I've never used them. This year, when I am going on a trip, you know, need a book, a hotel, a flight, something like that, I want to take the time, do the research, get into my points, see how I can use them, learn that muscle, and like take advantage of this credit card that I've been like earning all these points on for years that I've never actually used. Before I spend money on a travel expense, I want to go through and see how I can use potential points to pay for that expense. And for me, my low buy budget doesn't cover travel expenses. That's something that in our household budget we save for. In terms of just like spending money, and when I'm thinking about those bigger purchases, I see that it's like a barrier of knowledge. I need to just take an afternoon on a Saturday or Sunday, learn how to use these systems. They can't be that complicated, and just figure it out. Number 10 and last on my list is no cute mugs, glassware, water bottles, things of that nature. We have enough in our house. Love a good mug. Who doesn't love a good mug? These are the things that I really enjoy buying, but it's like, we have enough wine glasses. We got enough drinking glasses like in our home. I do not need to be spending any of my money on these items. So no mugs, glassware, water bottles, anything in that variety, drinking vessels, nothing like that. That is my 10th item on my no buy list. These 10 things are going to help me be successful in my low buy. I know it. Let me know in the comments down below if you are setting things that you are just not buying this year. I'd love to know what's on your list. Be sure to subscribe and follow along as we take back our time from mindlessly shopping and scrolling, live with more intention, become more conscious consumers. And be sure to check out this video next if you are interested in setting up your own low buy journey. It's all of the things that I wish I knew before I started my first year of a low buy that I think you'll find really helpful. I hope you have a really great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.